You are a developer working on AWS Lambda functions that are invoked via REST APIs using API Gateway. Currently, when a GET request is invoked by the consumer, the entire data set returned by the Lambda function is visible. Your team lead asked you to format the data response. Which feature of the API Gateway can be used to solve this issue? A Lambda custom interpreter, deploy an interceptor, use an API Gateway stage variable, use API Gateway mapping templates. Okay, allow you to transfer the response from your backend to before it's returned. Yeah, that makes sense. A company wants to provide beta access to some devs on its dev team for a new version of the company's API Gateway REST API without causing any disturbance to the existing customers who are using the API via front-end UI and Amazon Cognito authentication. A new version has new endpoints and backward incompatible interface changes, and the company's dev team is responsible for its maintenance. Which of the following will satisfy these requirements best? Configure a canary release deployment on the API Gateway API, and then have the devs point to the relevant deployment by referencing the stage variable in the endpoint. Create a new API Gateway API that points to the new API application code, and then have the devs point the endpoints to the new API. C, create a dev stage on the API Gateway API, and then have the devs point the endpoints to the dev stage. Create new API keys on the API Gateway API, and then have the devs point the endpoints by passing the new APIs. All right, create a dev stage on the API Gateway API, and then have the devs point to the endpoints to the dev stage. Okay. A developer has been entrusted with the job of securing certain S3 buckets that are shared by large teams, a large team of users. Last time a bucket policy was changed, a bucket was erroneous available for everyone outside the organization too. Which feature service will help the developer identify similar security issues with minimum effort? S3 Object Look Access Advisor feature on IAM console, IAM Access Analyzer, S3 Analytics. Access Analyzer helps you identify the resources and accounts that are shared with an external entity. Okay. A development team wants to deploy an AWS Lambda function that requires significant CPU utilization. As a developer associate, which of the following would you suggest for reducing the average runtime of the function? Deploy the function into multiple regions, deploy the function using Lambda layers, deploy the function with its CPU allocation set to the max amount, deploy the function with its memory allocation set to max amount. Okay, deploy the function with its memory allocation set to the maximum amount. Lambda allocates CPU power in proportion to the amount of memory configured. Okay, memory. Increase or okay. You have created an elastic load balancer that has marked all the EC2 instances in the target group as unhealthy. Surprisingly, when you enter the IP address of the EC2 instances in your web browser, you can access your website. What could be the reason your instances are being marked as unhealthy? Your web app has a runtime that is not supported by the ALB. The security group of the EC2 instance doesn't allow for traffic from the security group of the ALB. The route for the health check is misconfigured. You need to attach elastic IP to the EC2 instances, the EBS volumes. Oh, Jesus. I made a mistake there. Okay, last one. An accounting firm extensively uses Amazon EBS volumes for persistent storage of application data of EC2 instances. The volumes are encrypted to protect the critical data of the clients. As part of managing the security credentials, the project manager has come across a policy snippet that looks like the following. Oof, not seeing everything. Okay, so I copied some of it. I copied it. Okay. Oh my God. I didn't write the fucking answer. The first statement provides a specified the first statement provides a specified IAM principal, the ability to generate a data key and decrypt the data key from the. Oh Lord, okay, this video is terrible.